Hey, Cowboys Nation. This is Cowboys Wire News, your home for breaking news, smart analysis, rumors, and film room insights. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a snap. Let's talk America's team. It seems like the NFL offseason just got a whole lot more electrifying, and the rumor mill is spinning faster than ever as news leaks from sources whispering behind closed doors that DK Metcalf, the dominant wide receiver known for his jaw-dropping speed and catch radius, is allegedly making a blockbuster move from the Pittsburgh Steelers to the Dallas Cowboys. Imagine the shockwaves running through stadiums, locker rooms, and social media timelines as fans and analysts scramble to process what this move could mean for the league's landscape. Some insiders hint that Metcalf's decision wasn't just about money. It was about fit, opportunity, and playing alongside a quarterback who can fully unleash his physical gifts. While the Steelers have been a consistent franchise, there's speculation that Metcalf's style didn't fully align with their offensive strategy, leaving him seeking a fresh environment. Cowboys fans, already buzzing from the team's aggressive offseason maneuvers, are reportedly over the moon at the possibility of adding such a high-octane weapon to their arsenal. The narrative is growing that this move might redefine both teams' trajectories in ways that could dominate headlines for months. Everyone from casual fans to diehard analysts is trying to connect the dots and anticipate what this could mean for Metcalf's production, chemistry with Dak Prescott, and the Cowboys' offensive identity. Insiders suggest that the motivation behind Metcalf's rumored departure extends beyond the obvious financial incentives, diving deep into the subtleties of team dynamics, locker room energy, and offensive philosophy. Metcalf's skill set has always been about more than just speed. His ability to create separation, win contested catches, and dominate the secondary is unparalleled. In Pittsburgh, while he shined in flashes, some believe the system didn't maximize his strengths, leading to quiet conversations among executives and coaches about exploring opportunities elsewhere. Meanwhile, Dallas, long criticized for underutilizing elite talent at the receiver position, seems to have emerged as the perfect storm of timing, fit, and ambition. Rumor has it that front office sources have been negotiating behind the scenes, exploring potential trade packages, draft picks, and salary cap logistics, all with the goal of ensuring Metcalf's integration into the team is seamless and impactful. The excitement is palpable across social media, as fans dissect highlight reels, speculate about locker room chemistry, and debate the potential statistical explosion this pairing could produce. Analysts are already drawing comparisons to some of the league's most explosive offenses, questioning whether Metcalf's presence could finally push Dallas into elite territory and create mismatches that defensive coordinators across the league will dread. Whispers from sources close to the situation hint that Metcalf's decision was influenced by more than just the Cowboys' offensive potential. Personal factors, lifestyle, and city appeal may have played subtle but significant roles in the decision-making process. Dallas is not just a football town. It's a city with an atmosphere that attracts talent, energy, and media attention, and Metcalf's presence could transform the narrative around the team from ordinary to headline-dominating. Meanwhile, the Steelers, facing the prospect of losing one of their most physically gifted receivers, are reportedly evaluating contingency plans, weighing the possibilities of draft capital, free agent pickups, and internal player development to fill the void. The rumors suggest that negotiations have been delicate, involving layers of strategy, timing, and contractual nuance that could define the future of multiple franchises. Analysts are poring over potential scenarios: what this would do to Metcalf's target share, the Cowboys' red zone efficiency, and the psychological impact on teammates. There's a growing sense that this is more than just a personnel change. It could be a cultural shift within Dallas, altering practice habits, offensive tempo, and the team's approach to big-game situations. Fans are buzzing with speculation, breaking down every highlight, throw, and game film to predict how Metcalf's speed and physicality could create mismatches that redefine the NFC landscape. Social media has erupted into a frenzy, with fans sharing highlight reels, GIFs, and speculative lineups as the DK Metcalf to Cowboys rumor gains momentum, transforming from whispered insider chatter to nearly uncontrollable online hysteria. Some commentators are painting a picture of a high-octane offense where Metcalf stretches the field vertically, demanding double coverage, and opening up opportunities for secondary receivers in ways that could overwhelm even the most prepared defenses. Observers note that Metcalf's combination of size, speed, and hands is rare, and pairing him with Dak Prescott, a quarterback known for precision and timing, could produce a synergy that transforms statistical expectations into historic results. Behind the scenes, sources suggest there are ongoing discussions about branding, marketing, and media exposure, reflecting how Metcalf's presence could have ripple effects beyond the field, enhancing ticket sales, merchandise, and the team's national profile. Meanwhile, Steelers insiders are reportedly bracing for backlash, preparing talking points about future acquisitions, and quietly assessing the long-term impact on team morale and offensive identity. The rumor mill continues to swirl, fueled by leaks, speculation, and cryptic social media posts that fans are dissecting for clues, all while pundits debate the strategic brilliance or potential risks of such a high-profile acquisition. The financial elements, while not fully disclosed, are rumored to be staggering, with Metcalf's potential contract extension in Dallas involving guarantees, incentives, and performance bonuses that would make waves across the league and possibly set a new benchmark for top-tier receivers. Sources indicate that negotiations have been meticulous, with both sides carefully crafting a deal that balances salary cap flexibility with immediate competitive impact, signaling a commitment to not just acquire Metcalf, but to integrate him as a cornerstone of the offense. Meanwhile, rival teams are reportedly taking note, assessing how defensive schemes must adapt to counter a Metcalf-Prescott combination that threatens to exploit mismatches across the field. Analysts suggest that this move could shift the balance of power in the NFC, particularly in the context of playoff positioning, divisional matchups, and the strategic planning of opponents who now must account for a vertical threat capable of altering coverage schemes. Fans are dissecting potential formations, imagining Metcalf streaking down the sideline, leaping over defenders, and dominating highlight reels in ways that reignite the Cowboys' offensive identity. The combination of athleticism, skill, and timing is creating a sense of anticipation that's almost tangible, as everyone from casual viewers to diehard strategists speculates on how quickly Metcalf could become a defining figure in Dallas football lore. Industry insiders hint that the Metcalf to Cowboys scenario, if realized, could trigger a ripple effect across the league, influencing free agency, trade negotiations, and draft strategies as teams react to a seismic shift in offensive potential. Sources suggest that rival franchises are quietly reassessing priorities, evaluating whether to invest in defensive reinforcements, restructure offensive rosters, or reconsider quarterback-receiver dynamics in light of Dallas' rumored acquisition. Social media chatter has taken on a life of its own, with highlight compilations, speculative graphics, and fan polls spreading like wildfire as the anticipation grows. Analysts debate the long-term impact, exploring scenarios in which Metcalf not only elevates the Cowboys' passing attack, but also sets a new precedent for wide receiver utilization in the modern NFL, emphasizing the balance between size, speed, and tactical deployment. Behind the scenes, league executives are reportedly monitoring negotiations, curious about potential ramifications for salary cap management, collective bargaining, and competitive parity. Meanwhile, fans across the country are already projecting the next season, imagining how Metcalf could dominate crucial divisional matchups, electrify stadium crowds, and redefine highlight reels for years to come. In the midst of all this speculation, one thing is clear. The mere whisper of DK Metcalf joining the Cowboys has set off a storm of rumors, excitement, and endless analysis that shows no signs of slowing down. As the rumor of DK Metcalf's move to Dallas continues to gain traction, sources close to both organizations are reportedly hinting at behind-the-scenes developments that could change the perception of the NFL landscape entirely. Industry insiders suggest that contract details are being scrutinized with unprecedented intensity, as Dallas aims to maximize Metcalf's impact while maintaining salary cap flexibility for future acquisitions. Analysts are speculating that the Cowboys could leverage Metcalf's presence to open up new offensive schemes, experimenting with motion, stack formations, and deep vertical routes that challenge conventional defensive assumptions. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh executives are allegedly exploring contingency plans, considering draft day maneuvers and free agent pickups to compensate for the potential loss of a dominant receiving threat. Social media platforms are ablaze with discussion, GIFs, and play-by-play breakdowns, as fans dissect every angle, weighing the potential chemistry between Metcalf and Dak Prescott against the Steelers' future roster construction. Some sources hint at subtle negotiations with key Cowboys players, designed to ensure locker room harmony and accelerate Metcalf's assimilation into team culture, creating an environment where his talent can shine without disruption. Rumors suggest that Metcalf himself is excited by the challenge, motivated not only by financial gain, but by the prospect of joining a team poised for a resurgence, where his unique physical gifts could redefine Dallas' identity in the eyes of the league. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. Insiders claim that the decision-making process for Metcalf involved layers of strategic planning, personal evaluation, and subtle influence from mentors, agents, and trusted advisors who reportedly emphasized fit, opportunity, and long-term career trajectory. In Pittsburgh, while Metcalf had moments of brilliance, some sources suggest he felt constrained by offensive schemes that didn't fully exploit his rare combination of speed, strength, and catching ability. Conversely, Dallas has been portrayed as the ideal environment, offering a quarterback with a precise arm, offensive coordinators willing to adapt, and a fan base hungry for highlight reel plays and dominant performances. Analysts are speculating about the broader ripple effect this move could have across the NFC, with rivals now forced to recalibrate defensive strategies to account for Metcalf's vertical threat. Meanwhile, the rumor mill indicates that negotiations were meticulous, with each clause, incentive, and performance bonus designed to protect the Cowboys' flexibility while rewarding Metcalf's expected impact. Social media chatter is dominated by fan-made projections, animations, and debates about how the Cowboys' playbook might evolve with Metcalf stretching the field. Even casual observers are drawn into the speculation, imagining a season where Dallas' offense becomes explosive, unpredictable, and nearly impossible to defend against when Metcalf hits full stride. Whispers from league insiders hint that Metcalf's arrival could influence the psychology of opposing defenses, forcing them into reactive schemes, double coverage, and altered pass rush priorities, all of which could create cascading advantages for Dallas' offensive line and secondary receivers. Analysts are suggesting that defensive coordinators may already be reworking plans for the upcoming season, anticipating scenarios in which Metcalf's speed, size, and contested catchability demand unique matchup strategies. Meanwhile, the Steelers are reportedly strategizing contingency plans that involve draft day adjustments, potential trades, and increased utilization of emerging talent to compensate for what would be a significant gap in their receiving core. Social media speculation is thriving, with fan accounts generating potential highlight reels, fantasy projections, and mock formations that imagine Metcalf tearing down the field, shaking defenders, and turning ordinary plays into iconic moments. Behind the scenes, sources hint at carefully coordinated media appearances, subtle PR narratives, and orchestrated messaging intended to amplify the buzz surrounding Metcalf's potential move while maintaining negotiation leverage. Analysts are also weighing the cultural impact within Dallas' locker room, suggesting that a player of Metcalf's caliber could inspire teammates, elevate morale, and shift practice habits in ways that reinforce a winning mentality across the roster. Rumors indicate that the Cowboys front office has been quietly working on complementary moves to ensure Metcalf's transition maximizes offensive output, exploring options in the running back core, tight end positions, and secondary to create a balanced and dynamic team structure. Sources suggest that discussions extend beyond the field, considering branding, merchandising, and media opportunities that leverage Metcalf's high-profile presence to generate excitement both locally and nationally. Analysts are speculating that this acquisition, if confirmed, could reshape the NFC's competitive hierarchy, forcing rival teams to innovate defensively, accelerate player development, and reevaluate offensive philosophies in order to match the Cowboys' enhanced firepower. Meanwhile, Steelers executives are rumored to be weighing the pros and cons of potential replacements, balancing the short-term impact with long-term sustainability while maintaining cap flexibility. Fans are dissecting every leaked detail, imagining Metcalf on deep routes, sprinting past defenders, and creating mismatches that turn ordinary games into highlight spectacles. Even casual viewers are being drawn into the narrative, sharing clips, debating potential outcomes, and crafting elaborate scenarios where Metcalf becomes the cornerstone of Dallas' pursuit of dominance, redefining expectations for wide receivers across the league, and electrifying every game day with his explosive presence. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.